Okay, so I think we can easily guess the direction of the acceleration is going to be this way and this way, right? And then what else? What do we need to figure out? What's the next thing to do? Because I don't know how to solve this problem. Do what? Set F equals ma, right? But before we do that, don't we have to calculate something? Yeah, let's calculate the weights, right? Let's calculate the weights, and in your little diagram, and you might want to put this in your notes so you have it, right? Draw arrows for the forces, right? Isn't there going to be a force down this way? The weight of this guy. This force isn't going to be as big, right? And then what other force acts on these guys? One more force acts on each one. The tension, yeah. And the tension, by the way, is shorter than this line, but longer than that one. How do we know? Because this guy still accelerates down, so it's not longer than this line, right? But this guy accelerates up, so let's see, that needs to be that long. There we go. I believe that guy, and these guys are congruent, right? That's our tension. So how big? This guy's 49.05, right? Right, what's this guy? 39.43? 29? Yes, that makes sense. Okay. So now see if you can set up your F equals ma expressions, right? Remember that in one of them, tension is positive, in the case of this one, right? In this one, tension will be negative because remember the direction that's positive is down for this one, but up for that one. That's the only weird thing, right? So see if you can set up your own equations and then solve for your acceleration. There's the whiteboard. We're doing Atwood's machine. We did last year. I had an old DV camera, did it on tape, right? And I had a student teacher, so we videotaped class for a while. I had a student that went to Sri Lanka for 2 weeks in December. I think you're right. Yeah, you got the right acceleration. Chances are you've got the right tension too. Yeah, you got it right, didn't you? Anyway, he was going to be gone, so we filmed the class, and he from Sri Lanka was watching class. Later, much later, because the camera took hours to download and then hours to compress, Yeah. I think that's right. What do you get for the acceleration? 2.45? Yeah. Yeah. And then what is this guy? This tension is 7.9. These are the answers that reliable sources are getting. Yeah. Oh, and then she's like, yeah, negative, okay. Or, I don't know, it's probably positive. Did you, when you set them up, you might have done the bad guess, right? And made this guy, or do your equations look like this? Or did you say t minus 49.05? And yeah. So when you set them up, you actually did the opposite guess. You guessed that it was going to accelerate this way, right? So you made the 29.43 is positive, right? So that, well, it saved you, right? It accelerated negative this way, right? So you're fine. If you guess wrong, you get a negative answer, right? Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, in fact, there's somewhere you're not going to know. If there was an inclined plane, you wouldn't know necessarily. Yeah. No, you're right. And as long as you understood that you were guessing that it accelerates this way, right? Yeah. By making 29.43 positive and this guy negative, right, you were guessing an acceleration this way, which, that's right, which it doesn't do, right, because it's, yeah, Jessica. How do you know when to make the t negative or positive? Aha. So the question is, how do you know when to make the t positive or negative? And the answer is, for this guy, this is the direction of the acceleration, this way, right? So therefore t is negative, right? And this guy's positive. The one that's in this direction is positive, right? So this guy's positive, this guy's negative, right? And then this, for this guy, the direction of the acceleration is that way, right? So this guy is positive and this guy is negative. Yeah. You'll always, in these things, because they're pulling on each other, t will always be causing one of them to accelerate, preventing another one from accelerating. Because they'll always be, yeah, you got it. You got it.